Commander. Each wave will be challenging to overcome with the forces available. Directly controlling the actions of your units will give you the edge you need to prevail. Good luck. Nicely done, Commander.
It timed out. I won. All right. Let us ride into the sun. So hot. All right, got a Protoss to start the day. Nothing like a good old cup of battery acid to start your morning. Do. Ah! I was adjusting the volume. It's gonna be like that, huh? All right. Good enough. Good enough. Gonna block it. Screw it. Ooh, SCV RNG not working with me at the moment. He's not taking the other third, is he? Hey, that's a Ponyo. Welcome, welcome. Oh, he takes the other one, then that's fine, I guess. Oh, I shot it by accident. Shield battery up here? No. Oh, you got it. I took too long to build the bunker. mean, it's just going to be a normal game anyways. Relatively normal. He probably will just take a fast third base in his natural, if I had to guess. Save. 2VT, should I go 2 Raven instead of 3? Well, it's up to you. You can do either. If you want to go, like, the benefit of going 2 Raven is not the Viking count, it's the faster stim, if you ask me. Like, if you're getting rolled by Vikings, you're probably not taking the fight correctly, because you're supposed to be contesting him with the Ravens, because you should have the early game army advantage. So I would submit one of the replays you lost doing that, and then we can look at it, because I think I need to see it. It's probably a lot of steps we missed. Oh, you posted a replay? Sick, yeah. Take a look-see today. Let me just get a couple ladder games. I'll try to do the replays early today. I won't make you guys wait to the end of stream, but let me get a few games under my belt first. Great on the silver spoon. I mean, this ended up being awkward. Appreciate you, Ponyo. So supply blocked, and I so don't care. Oh wait, I built depots. I don't remember building depots, but I built them. Nice. Actually, I should make some new rewards. I want to do some sound alert rewards. Would be funny. I just need to figure out how to split the audio. Hello? Is anybody home? Did that die? I think it lived. I don't know how I haven't killed what's in my main. Such a challenge to kill that war prism for some reason. Like, GG. Good warm-up game, though. Sing son, dum bum 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 bum. Always rushes Storm. Honestly, I don't mind Storm Rush compared to like Colossus Rush. Storm Rush is way more dealable. Bum bum bum. And then... Yeah, so if I win a game against the stream cheater, I'll just jump into the replay analysis. I'm trying to maximize how much I tilt him now. I'm calculating it via equations and shit. So to maximize his tilt, we're going to make him wait even longer every time we beat him. Because we know he's going to be fuming the whole time. So yeah, however many games it takes, we might lose a few, we might not. Bum bum bum. Da da da. It didn't really work that well. I could still cancel my queue, but I didn't know he was queuing yet. This is the first game of the day. That's the other half of the problem, is like the first game of the day is always the hardest one to dodge because you never know it's coming. There are ways I could completely avoid playing him and it would be like doable. And I've done it in the past, but it's just a lot of effort and I don't even mind playing him that much. It's only when I lose a lot that I get kind of tilted, but to be fair, I get tilted no matter who I lose to. If I lose a bunch of games in a row, I get tilted, period. Like, I think I confused that a few times. Like I've been tilted against him, and in my head I was like, oh, it's because he's cheating, but it's actually just because I was losing. Like, I don't care that he cheats in the slightest, or that he follows me around all day. That shit is just always funny. I only get tilted when I lose because that's just who I am. Like, I don't like to lose the video game. But who does? Surprised he sent the Reaper into my main. He could have just ran home, no? Actually, he went reactor first. We got to pull back. He's going to have the same amount of units as me, if not more. That's probably why he sacked his Reaper. He knew he had to delay like 10 seconds and then he's fine. gotta turn the game sounds up. It's very low. I forgot to do that. Wait, what? Does he just take his base like 7 years later than me? Because that's kind of good news. Must be hard to snipe you from McDonald's. Bro, I think even McDonald's has better internet than he does, if I'm being honest. That's what happens when you're fucking unemployed and can't afford a fiber connection. If only he spent his time more wisely. I keep trying to send those guys and keep them still, but they're on the hotkey, so I keep forgetting, and then it just keeps happening. Oh my god. I don't understand what's wrong with me. Oh, that's what's wrong with me. God, you're annoying. Hey, Mr. Krug Thane. Very much appreciate your resub. Welcome back. Two spread apart. No fucking way that just happened. think I'm fucking dead if I'm being honest. Too many shitty trades. I don't have combat shields. That's why every moment this game went poorly. I was in the back of my head, I knew. I just never fixed it. Like I saw, I'm going to change the color of my Marines because I think it's like partly to do with the color. I'm going to go back to yellow. I can't see the shield because it's too dark overall, like the whole texture of the unit. Because multiple times that game, I looked at my Marines, like looking for combat shields, and I thought I had it because it just looked like it had it, but I think it's the dark shade or something. I don't know. I didn't used to have like a trouble like knowing if I had combat shields or not, but I legit looked right at the Marines that game, and I was like, yep, combat shields are done. I even remember researching them and everything. Like, it just didn't research because I, like, waited, I think. Damn. Do, 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 do. Running on to one another's hands. Yeah, much prefer yellow. Very easy to like tell the details in the unit here. Because all the dark features, like all the dark spots on the unit, they stand out against the yellow compared to the purple. I can make it even brighter, I think, but I'm not sure how necessary that is. I did not mean to build an eBay and waste 25 minerals. Oh my god. Yeah, that literally, of course, that delays the Reaper, and then this is now stuck. Yep. Of course. I'm so glad I saw that, because this would be so delayed now. Still, 2 seconds late is never a good thing. Fuck. Oh, shit. It came in way too fucking fast. Yeah, I win unless he pulls a rabbit out of his ass. Yeah, I mean, he loses. Get fucked. Fucking loser. Can't believe he's gonna cope this hard on 0 supply, but he's broken a record today. And we are now coping with 0 supply. Really? Does he have enough for like 1 Marine or something? I don't know why that stopped following that. Ah, smart. I beat him here though. Zero supply cope. 0 supply. 0. You're so mad right now. Oh, he had 59 minerals. He could have made a Marine. Coulda. Would have died, but... Alright, time for some replay analysis. Fucking loser. Can't even snipe me properly. Alright, Ponyo's here, so I'm going to start with Ponyo's replay. For those who don't know, I do replay analysis for tier 2/tier 3 subs. This is one of them. Let's see. Ad block. Nope. Don't care about you. Download. Click. Oh, is this against Aura? I know Aura. So it's a TVT. Seems like... Yeah, I guess a standard opening and it goes wrong somewhere. Yeah, let me see here, because I usually have an easy time against like Aura, I think. Wait, is this the mech player? I can't remember. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. I see you more than my girlfriend. Yeah, I see Aura a lot. He's a grinder. Oh, he opened 1-Rax Reaper build on you on this map. Which, actually, this build could punish it. So you're supposed to put your Reaper Hellion back here and deny the gas mining and kill SCV. Because you do have an opening for that once you get your second Hellion. So let's see what goes on here. Yeah, good. Good, good. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Okay. Getting our gas. Obviously, our opponent's not really supposed to do this build on this map. Like, you need to do this on a map with a ramp because it's really hard to, just not take free damage behind the mineral line. Don't go up the ramp, though. Yeah, you should always... Yeah, this is, where you just want to plant because this is worst-case scenario. They go tank or Cyclone. And either way, it needs to come down the ramp and get to you. But like your damage is to his right here. Like the damage you need to do is like killing the SCVs on the gas and shit. At least that's my take on this situation, because going up the ramp is like very rarely ever going to produce results. Like in this case, if you run in the natural, like you kill SCVs, maybe kill a couple Marines or something, and then you run away when you like get into the siege tank range, and that's it. You can then like use the units to like maintain map control. Like you can put a Reaper here, you can put a Reaper here. But now it's like he's got all the mining, he's still ahead. Actually, you're somehow only one SCV away from each other, despite the fact that he took an earlier command center. So he macroed improperly. He should be like a couple more ahead of you. But that's fine. I mean, you're going to do the standard opening now. We're going to go Raven. Ooh, that hurts though. That legit hurts. That slows us down. And yeah, your third should be on the way already. Like, you made too many Marines, I think. Like you're building more right now. Like you should cancel these. Like by 5 minutes, your third base should be building. And you should always cancel your Marines to do that. Like, I'd rather see these 4 Marines not even exist, just to have like the CC up, like building by 5 minutes. How many do I build? Well, you build as many as you can depending on the game. Like 5 minutes is when you should build the CC. So whenever it's 5 minutes in, just cancel the Marines and build the CC if you cannot already afford it. It's kind of dependent on like how much damage you take. If you take a lot of damage, then yeah, you got to cancel a lot of Marines. If you take a little bit of damage, you got to cancel a little bit of Marines. Does that make sense? You want to scale the Marine production with your CC timing. Alright, so, I mean, this is just what's going to happen in this scenario. Like, he's got a Liberator and he's got air control. Like, there's no reality where you push this guy. This is a very common thing people do in TVT. They try to win the game with this push when it's not possible to win. Something you're going to have to develop, a skill that you're going to have to develop is your ability to, like, scan. Right now, you scanned. You should just turn around and go home, like, 100% of the time. You need to start identifying when it's time to just not attack into something. And this is like, this is scenario A. Like, this is the #1 scenario you do not attack into. Like, maybe if you had 2 Vikings here, a different story, but you don't even have the 2 Vikings here. So just the Liberator alone will counter this. And if like if these tanks were positioned out here and you had 2 Ravens, it would be the same scenario. Like, you just do not attack into it. You should go home. Because now you've kind of just given him the win. Like, I'm surprised it goes on another 16 minutes, because like he's going to clear this and it's actually kind of like an easy counterattack for him in a couple minutes. But yeah, we'll see. Because now you could have your third done, by the way. It could be floating there already. Like, his is already... You made a PF. Like, that's not correct. Like, he might be worried this game a little bit. Oh, he does do this a lot too. He loves to do this shit. Obviously the only way you scout that is just sending units around the map. Like, even I have trouble finding this. Like, I find this like maybe half the time, but I do find it. So it's a good habit to start getting into, to go like when you're sending, like right around now, you should be spreading Marines. So like, you should put a Marine here, 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 and a Marine here. It's also kind of good to just put a Marine like on patrol between like this base, and this base, so that one Marine is like constantly checking these bases. It's just kind of a good move. It's something I try to do a lot, and it would actually scout the hidden base if you do it like every game. So something you could keep in mind. Looks like we're just going to go to the pushing phase, though. He's not doing anything. He fucked himself a little bit by taking a planetary here and then doing this. Like, this slows his economy down, to be honest. Alright, so you're going to go for the Doom Drop play, which probably won't work because he's turtle mech, right? My first suggestion to you, Ponyo, would be veto this map, by the way. This is a terrible map to play TVT or any matchup on for Terran. Like, Like, I would go mech if you're going to play TVT on this map. Like, Aura did this right, like, going mech, because this map is just too shitty to do anything else. It's just so small and awkwardly positioned. Like, this is so far away from all the way over here, and it's like you got to be defending both halves at once. Like, the only way you can do that is with mech. Or just veto the map. That's what I do. Yeah, there's no way this drop can do anything. It's just another easy cleanup. To finding a hidden base. If I scouted this hidden base in this position as the blue Terran, like if I sent a Marine there and I saw it right now, I would not care. Because it's just a 4th or a 5th. Like, there's no reason that Aura had to build the 4th base all the way over here when it could have been right here. Like, all this is a 4th base on time. This is a on time 4th base, by the way. Because remember, this should be done by now. This should be landed, and we should be building our base like right here to float right here. So this is like a normal timed 4th. He just built it like in the corner, which is why it hurts his economy, because now he can't transfer workers or do anything good, or he has to build like super defensive stuff over here. But like, yeah, I would not care if I scouted this, because it's like the same thing as scouting a 4th over here. Like, what are you going to do? You definitely, it's going to be open to attack later on when you have like the right amount of units, but we don't have the right amount of units yet. Like, we could try to all in it with this army, but then he could just all in us, and then we just lose the base trade, because like we're all the way over here and our base is all the way over here. So it's just not a good, like, there are times to like just take every unit and all in the proxy base, but like this is not one of the times. TVT is not really a matchup you should be doing it in. I don't really like doing proxy hidden bases in any matchup, but sometimes you can get away with it against like Zerg or Protoss, so I don't know. It's up to the player. So you're macroing well, but you need to like set up an attack by now. Or at least be transitioning to like extra starport. We only have 2. Actually, we're only 150 supply. We still have to build up like a lot of supply. We're very behind in supply right now, because of all the stuff that went on earlier. And Aura's playing this really well. He's just like taking more of the map to make the map even smaller on your side. Like, now if you look at how many spaces you have to maneuver, like you don't have much space at all. Like, he's already got you pinned in over here. Like, this area is pinned in. Like, this is the only attack point. And if you ever go here with all of your units, then he's just going to unsiege everything and he's going to attack you right here. And then it's game over. So I'd argue this game's already over, but could you win it from here? Let's see if he gives you time or not, because all you need is time to take this and hopefully this, and then maybe we're back into it. Obviously, we also need to build our Viking count up more. That's another key thing here. Okay, this is a good trade. If you can clear this area, then you're back into it, as long as you can max out. Oh, but these tanks back here. Oh, but the sea. Oh, no. Very, very close. Very close. Because right now you just need 200 supply. Like, that's the thing that you're dead. Like, I can't look at anything else, because like the game cannot be treated like a game until you're maxed, because you don't have anything to attack with, right? Right now all you can do is just defend as optimally as you can. And it's been that way for like 5 minutes. Yeah, you take that trade, you clear that area, but like a tumor, it grows over here instead. And yeah, I don't want to go too hard on the later half of this game. I think we should just focus on the first half. Like, the number one piece of advice I can give you that's going to help you in the majority of your TVTs moving forward is the advice that I gave you right here. Start identifying when you cannot attack. Because if you had legit just turned around and gone home right now and just took in your 3rd and 4th, like, it's twice as good of a situation like 5 minutes from now. Like, if you go to this point, like the 4th could be taken. We could have a sensor tower here. We could have 2 factories producing siege tanks. Like, we could have medevacs on the map clearing things. We could even pressure this base if we had just gone home and macroed a bit more efficiently. But like that's a big deal. Like I win a lot of games as Terran. Like being the defender is actually easier to win games than it is to be the attacker, because like being this defender is very easy to hold. Like unless you take a lot of damage in the first 5 minutes of the game, you don't really die to much at this point. Like the only time that you lose in this point is when you like get a disable off and you get like a really lucky trait or something, and you just wither me down like very slowly one at a time. But the only way you could do that is with air control, which we don't even have, which is the thing I pointed out. That was the first thing I noticed here, was that there was no air control. So like that's the thing that I would have noticed first and would have told me to go home. But there's like more reasons than that to go home is what I'm trying to say. So like you got to start like paying attention to that more, and you got to be more respectful of your opponent, because I know it's very tempting to just shove that army in and all in with your pocket jacks or whatever, but that's all this is. It's pocket jacks. Like this is not pocket aces. Like you're not gonna run in here and win 85% of the time. You're gonna run in here and you're gonna win like 45% of the time. So you got to start figuring out those percentages in your head. Through timing attacks, well, it's not complicated. This is your first timing attack right here. If it doesn't work, you just go home, and then your next timing attack is when you get your first 2 medevacs out. So you should be sending all of these Marines out right now. You should be taking map control. You should be looking for the hidden bases. You should be like picking off straggler units. You should be taking like map control by getting vision of like with your Marines. Like remember how I said you should put a Marine here, here, here. Like that's what you should be doing right now. That's your second timing. And then your third timing is like when you get combat shields. When you get combat shields, you can play however you want. It becomes a chess match at that point, because the game can go branch off in infinite directions, because like that's like most high level like 6K Terran players don't actually start playing the game until combat shields finishes. Like I find it very easy to get to this point in the game without even taking damage against most players. Like this is really like 10 minutes is like really when the game starts at high level TVT. Because this is the moment that you can actually win and do damage. Like it's really hard to do damage in the first 9 minutes when you're playing like GM level TVT. It's very difficult. And even if you do damage, like it's very hard to turn that damage into something you can win like immediately after. You got to wait. You got to get your 4th base from now on, and you got to get your sensor towers, and you got to start making the map smaller on your side. Like you notice how the whole game Aura was making the map smaller on his side. Like I went over this too, but like it's a big deal. Like his map is like 2/3 of the map now, and you have 1/3 of the map. Like that's like he's winning the chess game right now. If this is a chess match, he's got you completely surrounded, and he's like you're fucked. You can't move out. You move any piece out, it dies immediately, right? So you're just kind of you're getting out TVT'd at this point. But the reason is because you had a bad early game and you took a late 3rd and you took a late 4th. And the reason that all happened is because you put all of your chips into this attack, which wasn't going to do anything ever. And like I said, this is the most common way to lose TVT, like right here. I lose TVT all the time because I'm like, I can win the game here. But honestly, my highest win rate ever, like 4 years ago, was when I was like the most like passive player you can imagine. Like it was very, very rare that I ever did this attack against another Terran player my level, because I was like at the point where it was like, okay, there's no way I can win with this. Like there's no way I can beat someone who's good at the game with this attack. It doesn't happen unless they actually have an aneurysm. Like that's the only fucking way you win. And the reason is we've been doing this attack for like 7 years now. Like this is more refined than the 2-1-1 ever was. That's how refined this is. Like, and I'm so experienced that I just recognize that there's no winning with this anymore. The game does not start until this point. When combat shields is done, now you can make plays. Now you can counter and shit. But like until this point, you're fucked. And unfortunately in this game, yeah, the early game didn't go well. Like there was no good play from this point either. Like if I paused the game right before you doom drop, like there's nothing I would have been able to recommend here other than just go home and turtle. Because there's no in for you. There's no in. Like, the only way you win against this guy now is with air control. And the only way you get air control is if you have more bases than him. And the only way you get more bases than him is if you have air control. And it's, you see what I mean? Infinite cycle of bullshit. So yeah, I'm not even going to look at the last 5 minutes because the whole game takes place in the first 5. Like, so it's very, so like, and that's why I think you're confused, because I think you might be thinking about the later half of the game too much when you should be focusing on the earlier half. What about Pocket Sand? What's up, Aaron? Yeah, timing attacks aren't as complicated as you think. Timing attacks are basically what you think they are. Like, it's just an attack that's timed with something. So like, you get 1-1, you attack. You get 2-2, you attack. You get 3-3, you attack. You take your third base, you attack. You take your fourth base, you attack. Like, there's a lot of reasons to attack. As long as there's like a reason with it, then that's a timing attack. So in TVT, there's infinite timing attacks you can do, and they branch out into infinite scenarios. And so it's up to you to, like, you know, start learning all of those scenarios one by one by one. And my point here is that those scenarios do not begin until the 10-minute mark, okay? When you get stim and combat shields, you can do other builds. You can skip the Ravens if you want, and you can get earlier stim and combat. And then the game could start at like the 8-minute mark if you want to do it that way. But if you're going to play standard 3 Raven opening, the game does not start until stim and combat shields is done. If you want proof of that, you can watch any game I play against Chaos Fate. Neither of us can kill each other like before the 6-minute mark. Like, we have really trouble doing that, unless of course I proxy Reaper, in which case he dies like half the time. But if we're playing like a legit game, like, neither of us can do anything in the game until we have medevacs and then stim and combat. Because there's nothing you can do. Like, what are you going to do? The only timing attack you can do is that 3 Raven timing, and that's it. So, hopefully that helps you. I should do more of an advanced video on YouTube about TVT. I don't know what my last one even was. I haven't been uploading in like a month, but let me see here. Battle Mech. I thought I did a TVT series. This is a funny one. TVZ guide, TVZ. How to close out the late game. This isn't a tutorial. This is just a highlight game. Yeah, I gotta do a tutorial on it. Oh wait, no, Grandmaster. Oh, this is just the build order though. This isn't what we want. Like, I need a tutorial. I need to do a tutorial on like what happens when you get to 10 minutes. Like this right here, like this will teach you how to get to 10 minutes, I think. But that's it. Like, I don't think I have a video that really goes into what happens after that point. Doom Dropper vid? Nah, it's just another highlight game. I title my videos kind of weirdly, but some of them are highlights, some of them are tutorials, and they all have like similar titles, but I gotta do like a legit focused tutorial on like mid-game TVT. And it would probably be like a 3-video series, because like you can talk about that all the live long day, because it's chess. Like, it is chess. That's why I like the matchup. Is the 10 to 20 minute mark is the fun part of the game. Like, it's just the only thing that sucks about TVT is that it takes 10 minutes to start. That's why you guys see me complain so often, and why I get so bored so frequently, is because I can't start playing until 10 minutes in. It's like I might as well go fucking play League of Legends and go like sit in the queue for 12 minutes before the game even fucking starts. Like I want to queue up and I want to play. Like, that is why Battle Aces was like has a lot of potential, because you can boot up Battle Aces, you can click play, and then the game starts, and then you're in the game and you're playing the game. Right now, it takes me 10 fucking minutes just to get going. And the most annoying part is if you screw anything up during those 10 minutes, you're fucked anyways. You're just repeating the same 10-minute macro fucking build order over and over and over again. And every time you like forget combat shields, or you forget +1, or you forget like a factory or something, it's like it's just so much more difficult. You just start over. Yeah, you just start from the beginning. Like, queue up for another. Like, the only time, like, when I was good at the game, when I was like 6.2k, like, my win rate was fucking 90% TVT, unironic, like 85%-ish. It was so high up there. Because that's what it takes to be, like, up here in the top 4. Like, you gotta have, like, 90% win rate. Like, you can't lose to 5k players ever, which is why I'm so hard on myself, because I never used to lose to 5k players. Like, it'd be the rarest thing in the world. But now it happens, like, once a day almost. Wings Liberty. I was 6'2" in 2019, I think. The last year that WCS ran was my peak year, because WCS was a big motivator for me. I practiced a lot during that time. So the last WCS event was my peak. I was like 6'2". I placed top 16. I think I might have even placed top 14. I can't remember. You'd have to look up my results. But that was when I was actually decent. Now I'm just kind of cruising along. BC Rush, cheese, and TVT. That's a complicated question that probably requires like a 20-minute tutorial, to be honest. You're supposed to not attack in that scenario. Like, you're supposed to just defend until you have enough Raven Viking to attack. Because attacking is like the fool's errand. Like, you just want to go 4 base as quick as possible and just get Raven, I think. But that's oversimplified. Like, I'd have to do a video on that too. It's a good video idea. Year was that? I think it was 2019. We can look up my Wikipedia. Oh my god, why are there so many Jasons? Oh my god, it never used to be like this. Oh, there I am. I'm the second one. Okay. Whew. Actually, wait, no, it's my Aligulac you want to look at. Aligulac has it. Earnings? Oh, fuck me. 2019, WCS 2019. Yeah, here it is right here. 9th to 16th. Oh, I didn't get 14th. Rip. There's a ESL event in here that's missing, I think. There's supposed to be an ESL event like in 2020 that I placed top 16 in. Is it on my Wikipedia? DreamHack Masters Fall NA 23rd to 30th. Oh, I didn't even make it to the group stage here. This is just the qualifier run. Yeah. Yo, I never got this $60, by the way. What the fuck? Wait, did I? I don't remember. Alright. Let's keep going. Actually, wait, I gotta run ad break. And then we'll keep going. Remember you played 4G on ladder and I thought you were gonna get smashed? Story of my life, dude. I used to play 4GG like 12 times a day. and I'd win like over half the time, and every single time people would be like so surprised. Like I never had a single result ever that like was good, and everybody like was surprised over it, because like everybody just expects the absolute worst out of me. Like I don't know why. It's because I don't have any like top 5 tournament finishes probably, but that was like a very common thing. Like I'd beat anybody back then. I would win against Polt. People would lose their shit. Like, this never happens. It's like, bro, this happens like 12 times a fucking week. It was funny though. I didn't really take offense. I don't really take offense to it though. I mean, it's just like, I'm just an unknown player. People never really knew me back then. People don't really know me now, to be honest. If you like ask the average StarCraft 2 watcher, like anyways, like the average YouTube viewer, for example, doesn't really even know I exist yet. That's why I'm putting so much effort into YouTube this year, is because like YouTube is just like actually where 90% of the StarCraft 2 economy is at the moment. Like you'd be surprised how few people actually watch Twitch compared to YouTube. I wish I realized it earlier, but it's kind of hard to deny now. The numbers are there. The statistics are there. Like YouTube is actually just where the majority of the community is. And unfortunately, I never made a lot of content on YouTube, so I'm just very unknown in that area. Does Polt still do anything? Like, does he play League or whatever? Bro, I used to play Polt like every single night. Every night. And people would be like, I don't think JuggerJ could ever beat Polt. I'm like, need a cigarette. It's very hard to prove yourself, you know? It's not actually something that upsets me, but it's something that's there in life. All right, I'll be right back. Ugh. Desire. Play Huck? You know what? Huck is unironically, and you really can tell the difference between like somebody who was like paid money to play the game in 2013 era compared to someone who was not paid money to play the game. Because like what I mean by that is Huck was like Scarlet. He was on another fucking level compared to everybody else on the server. Like you play against like Huck or Scarlet, and like your viewpoint of reality would be changed because like you just have never experienced someone that's so good at what they do. Like it's scary because like that's what I mean though. Like these are people who like dedicated 12 hours a day. They were paid money by companies that were invested into them to play this game 12 hours a day, and they surrounded themselves with other people that played the game 12 hours a day and did nothing but study the game 12 hours a day and play the game 12 hours a day. And it's like you play somebody that actually did that for like a lot of years, like Scarlet or Huck, and you just your eyes will open so wide because you've never felt so hopeless to win a game in your life as you would against Scarlet like 5 minutes in when the creep spread is like already over here. Like you don't even know. It's a whole other fucking video game. And Huck, I think I've maybe won a single game against in my whole life out of like maybe 100 or 200 games. Unkillable. Like same with Scarlet. Like I've got like 1 or 2 games against her. And I guarantee you ask her about those games and it's like, oh, I threw. Like same with Huck, like same story. Like you don't beat someone like that straight up. Like you beat them because they threw. Like yeah, then you ask Huck or Scarlet or any of these players like what they think of themselves, and they're like, "Oh, I'm trash." Like, bro, Dark shits on me like 8 games in a row. What do you mean? Like, it's wild how that'll work, but that's how it works. I played everybody in Wings. I wasn't good enough to beat them though. I was just GM back then. And it took me 3 years to get GM. So 2013 I got GM and I started to play all the high level players. It was kind of around the time that Heart of the Swarm came out. So I remember like when Heart of the Swarm came out, I started to play like a lot of like really famous names. Like one of the first ones I remembered was White Raw. I played a lot of White Raw games in the beta for Heart of the Swarm. I was actually really lucky. I got like one of the very first invites to the beta, and I was like playing against a lot of well-known streamers and stuff. I got to play like Day 9 and Idra and a whole bunch of other people. But it was because I was GM, and that was the big like thing that you needed. Because I was playing all the way from 2010, but I never played anybody good until 2013. Took a while. Oh, I'm so supply blocked, by the way. Yeah, Justin TV didn't become Twitch until like 2012. I don't know. You guys could correct me, but it's at least a year or two after SE2 came out because there were a lot of SE2 stuff on Justin TV. Actually, if you click on my username in chat, it'll tell you what year I made my account. I'm pretty sure it was during Justin TV, which is like my favorite thing to brag about. I don't know why. It's so meaningless. I'm gonna get supply blocked again. No, this is Neo? Someone else, actually. He was sniping me, and then I dodged him. I did a replay analysis, and then he might have missed me. I don't know. We're going to have to check after the game. I miss Beyond. Like when Beyond would stream his first-person VODs was that's when I learned. That's when I became the best that I ever was. Was like really drilling into Beyond's VODs. Cause like I was able to like I was at the I was at the point where I actually had watched every VOD like more than once. Because I was in university at the time and I just had it open all the time while I was in lecture. So I just ended up like watching the same VOD many, many times. And in between classes and shit, like I watched so much Beyond. I actually started to think like him at one point. And that's when I think I became the best I ever was. Cause like strategically, I actually like knew what I was doing for once in my life. But now I don't feel like I have that anymore. Cause there's like, I don't know. I don't have anybody to look after, to base my play after anymore. And also the game is kind of stale. Like it's kind of hard to find strategic plays in this game because there just aren't a lot of strategic plays anymore, period. Like the balance patches have unironically one by one killed off the majority of the strategy in the game. That's obviously something I've been going on about for a while, but nobody in a position of power seems to care about that, so we're fucked anyways. Yeah, no, there was a shit. Wings of Liberty was the best it ever was strategically. You could do anything. You had 1,000 options, but a lot of the reason was the game was so like new. Like everything was new. Like every build order was undiscovered. And the only time we ever like came close to that happening again was when we changed the starting worker count from 6 to 12. Because when we did that, every single build order changed. So everything became new again, right? Like every build was new. Every game was new. So we were able to get like a whole year of like really exciting shit after that happening. But it just got stale again. Like it always eventually gets stale. This is why Fortnite needs to like, do you guys see what Fortnite does every half year? Like, do you guys even know the amount of effort it takes to keep people's attention? Like, it's hard to. Costs a lot of money. Bro, I just autopiloted the whole game, by the way. I wasn't paying attention to anything here. Because it's so stale. You don't have to. It's like riding a bike, and that's the problem. I've been doing this build since I was a fucking baby. What was his first words? It was 3 Raven harass. That's what his first words were. Fuck. It's so, like, I legit can turn my brain off completely to the same level that you guys turn your brain off when you brush your teeth in the morning. That's how easy it is to get to the point that I just won the game. Because the game is so stale that I'm following a checklist. This is why it's so easy for me to coach you guys too. Like, I think this is the easiest it's ever been to coach. Because like, I know every fucking right decision. There's never been a period in SE2's history where I've been so confident in my decision making. Like, because there's barely any decision making. Like, it's so rare you decide anything. Like, in Wings of Liberty, do you guys remember how slow the Overlord Scout was? How slow the Observer was? Like the observer could not siege up. It wasn't fast. The Overlord was like the slowest unit in the entire game. Like the Reaper didn't regen. Like the scouting in Wings of Liberty was like infinitely more difficult than it was today, which actually opened the game up to do a lot of shit. But yeah, slowly by piece, the scouting got easier and easier to do because everybody complained about it. There was a lot of big arguments in Wings of Liberty. I remember a lot of them with Idra complaining about the speed of the Overlord because Idra had no idea how to scout. Because it was like it was actually too bad in Wings of Liberty. Like scouting was too difficult. And there was a sweet spot at some point. Who knows when, but probably in Heart of the Swarm if I had to guess. But there was a period where like you could actually like do multiple like types of build orders that were like drastically different in every matchup. I don't know. Oh yeah, the minerals lasted forever back then. You could just 2-base the literal entire game. It's very different. Like today is like every single matchup except for maybe a couple scenarios, like you're going 3-base at the 5-minute mark in every matchup. TVT, PvP, ZVZ, ZVT, ZVP, all of them. Everybody takes a 3rd base at like the 5-minute mark. So automatically you already know everybody's opener. Like it's only a matter of like which harassing units they build. And that's about it. Like, does this guy open High Templar or does he open Stargate? It's hard to like pinpoint what I'm talking about though. I feel like I could do a better job explaining this. Double starboard TVT all in. I mean, the longer you delay it, the better, I guess, right? Usually when I run into that, I just try to like defend and delay as hard as I can. I don't know what you gotta scout it. I mean, that's like 90% of it, isn't it? Like if you don't scout it, you probably just lose to it. But if you scout it, you just gotta get in their face and make them siege a bunch of times. Like the longer it takes them to cross the map, the more you're gonna have stim. And then once you get stim, it's over, isn't it? At least in my experience, once you get stim, that push is like dead. I don't know though, maybe I need to look at the game in a replay, or I need to get my own example game to give you a good answer there. Well, you shouldn't change anything. You should go Raven into Viking. Like you should always go Raven into Viking no matter what. If you are, okay, wait, let me answer that a little better. So if you are like you should always build a Raven no matter what, but when you swap the Raven onto the reactor, like if you've scouted the all-in at that point and you know that you're going to be behind in Viking count, or if you ever at any point realize you're behind in Viking count, then you should go medevac. Does that make sense? Because if you're not going to win the air control, then build the good unit, right? Don't try to catch up. Yeah. But until you're proven wrong, like, you should build Viking. Like, until you know you're behind in Viking count, like, you should build Viking. But if he's crossing the map and he clearly has more Viking than you, then you should, like, siege up defensively, and you should immediately go medevac, and then hopefully, like, get your Marines, like, over here. And then when stim finishes, you come in from over here with 16 stimmed Marines, and then you come in from this angle with all of your units. And then you hopefully surround it. And then that's it. That should be the hold. And if you need to, pull the SCVs. I don't think there's any problem with losing SCVs against that push. Love this song so much. But yeah, I think the biggest part of that is the SCV pull, actually. Like, if you're ever, like, really behind, like, if you scout it really late, like, let's say you scouted that all in as it was crossing the map. I think you should siege your tanks here, here, here. If it was this map, for example, like, siege your tanks in your natural. And then do exactly what I said, like, get the medevacs, and then just go for the surround with the SCVs. And that's worst case scenario, by the way. Like, if you're in that scenario, you already fucked up. So if you take that fight and you lose, just remember it's still your fault.
Insufficient SP gas. Not enough minerals. Research
Kokomo. But I think it's doable. Like, I've won the game from that spot a lot of times. Like if I'm being honest with you, I don't think the 2 starport build is a very strong build, period. Like, I've been able to hold it off, like, scouting it, like, as it crosses the map, just by doing exactly what I said, so. Kokomo.
additional supply depots.
That's a Rob film.
Additional.
It's not an easy all in to scout. You gotta send a Reaper in to scout it, or you gotta just scan them, like.
Research complete.
But I don't do either of those because I haven't lost to that build very frequently. Like, if I lost to it more frequently, I probably would, but.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Been waiting on you.
Take it slow.
Mineral field completed.
So I'm pretty much positioned to the base trade or just to deny the third. He's turtling way too much, so it looks like we're just gonna win based off the economy here. Like every second that goes by, he's losing out on all of this. So, I mean, what does he want to do now? He can't turtle there forever. I'm not going to build any more SCVs until he actually goes to do anything. It's actually kind of a common mistake for a player to like keep going macro from here. Like the thing I should be focusing on is like getting these upgrades. Fuck me. Okay, that's actually really bad. Okay, I'm gonna go double armory. See if I can make up for it. Let's get some cringe towers. Where'd they go? Oh. Oh, he runs. I'm going to maintain my base trade play here. Oh my god. How did I get myself in such a tricky spot? I went for the SCVs because they seem more valuable. Come on, burn, burn, burn. All right. Ooh. Oh, that was so good. Oh, that was so good. Oh, this is going to be so good. Okay. I don't know how it got so close, to be honest. I guess the dropping on my tanks in the main kind of did really well. Let's see, what are we doing? Bro queues up. Bro queues up, plays 2 games. Hasn't been seen since. It's almost as if he's waiting. Almost. Interesting. For you, baby. I cannot get enough, chat. I remember the perv towers. .4 Protoss. Uh-oh. That's not good news. Oh, bro, Tankovax was the best era of TVT. If it wasn't for the fact that they were disgusting against Protoss and Zerg, like they probably would never have gotten rid of them, but... Are you sure? Bro, I loved Tankovac. Because I was the only one that was able to win with it, apparently. I don't know why. It made sense to me, man. Whoever dropped their tanks first wins the game. I just made sure I was the one that dropped my tanks first. I don't know what the problem was. But everybody hated it. Except for me and Polt. Polt and I, we had a good time with Tankovac. Archon toilet. Yeah, I don't know. I can't believe we got rid of that, to be honest. If anything, they should have just made it harder to do. Like, why get rid of the coolest play like I've ever seen? Just because it's too good. Just make it harder to pull off. Like maybe the vortex doesn't last as long or some shit. Like they never even tried to nerf it, dude. They just got rid of it. Same with the freaking Warhound. Like they never even gave it a chance. They just clicked delete. That's fucked, bro. It's my favorite unit. It was the first mech unit that was a real mech unit. Oh, I can't click it. Oh, gateway. I missed. I banked it on that being the Twilight or something. I can't even remember specifically like why the War Hound got so OP, but like I guess they did try to fix it a couple times. Up, 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 up. I hate that that got in though. Yeah, it's still, yeah, I don't know. Why couldn't they just nerf it? Like, I know they did try to, I think. It went through a few changes, if I remember, before they just deleted it. Like, they could have just kept lowering the DPS or the speed of the attack or something, couldn't they? Like, isn't there always an equilibrium point? Like, it's either too good or too bad, or right on the dot. Like, why? I'll never understand why delete was the top of the list. Oh no! I'll click this button. Alt. I think it just killed everything, didn't it? Like it was. It just killed every single thing. It was like every one of its stats was like S tier plus. Like. Pretty sure it had like 2 different rail guns on it. Like it shot twice or some shit. Like. Observer right on top of my fucking head right now. Well, I don't really feel comfortable attacking anymore. Oh my god, siege tank. Might need some libs here. It's just like mass zealot. Do I not have concussive shell? No, I do. Apparently zealots are just really good. Like, what the hell?
Our SCVs are under attack.
What's going on? Go ahead. Bandit, I can't build here. In the rear with
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. This better be good. Huh? About to get heavy. On the PCB, boy. In the rear with what's going on?
Ah. I'd rather not lose that, but there it goes. Oh, I didn't even cancel it either. Man, these force fields are killing me.
Our SCVs are under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Wait on.
Base not enough minerals.
Oh, shit. Not exactly getting any better. He's probably on like 8 base by now.
Mineral
And I needed my 4th. Like, that was the... I need to pick a better spot to build my 4th, clearly, because the second snipe was really the nail in the coffin there.
This better be good.
mineral field completed. Unacceptable landing zone.
We have you on string. Sting.
Go ahead.
Out with it. Go. Ghost reporting.
Gangway. Coming through. Gotcha. SCV ready. I can't build here.
Mineral field. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Your forces command center Terran. Not enough.
Oh boy. We're coming back in.
Not enough. Mineral field. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Ah.
Not enough minerals.
$160 supply. I don't know if this is doable still. I don't feel like I've gotten in a better position in the last 4 minutes. I feel like we're just in the same level as shit.
Go. Status report.
Oh, I can't repair.
Not enough minerals. Not enough.
Okay, that's all my juice, chat.
Repeat. Go. Commencing operation.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
That's all my juice. I don't think I can turtle out another fourth.
Channel support.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Out with us.
Not enough minerals. Not enough mineral field depleted.
This better be good.
Your forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy.
Oh, we're closing it out with the Colossus. I was kind of hoping that we would just keep going. Mass Zealot.
Upgrade.
And that would be my way back in. But if we go actually, yeah, we're going Colossus. And I had nothing.
Mineral field.
GG. I can only take so many good fights. GG, well played.
Upgrade.
Well won. Gotta have a better start than that. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-ba-bum, ba-bum. Alright, so I'll play a few more and then we'll do the last replay analysis unless my stream sniper friend shows up again. Back again. Better than I ever did. I actually think playing against mass gateway style is like the only way I've ever enjoyed playing against Protoss, even though you're just taking shit the whole time. It's actually kind of fun. Cause it's actually more Zergy than Zerg to play against a Protoss that just goes mass zealot. I wish Zerg had more of that feel, but they don't. Oh my god, Terviv, thank you for the 3-month resub.
Hi, Jason.
Hi. Thanks, my dude. Appreciated very much. We've decided on the date for the Wind Waker thing. If you guys are curious about the goal above my head, I'm going to be racing Smile and Wind Waker. Hopefully we get the goal, although I'm not going to hold you guys to it. If we can't hit that number, we're still going to play no matter what. But it's going to be around the 25th. It's going to take about a week, probably. So there's going to be about a week of no StarCraft content. But it'll be a good time. I hope you guys tune in. If you're a Zelda fan anyways, it's really funny how they did the crowd control stuff for that game. I'm still standing.
Additional supply depots.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Am I the king? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Command center upgrade complete.
Yeah, well, big job. In the rear with the gear. Bad news. The Grim Reaper has arrived. SCV ready. Got something. SCV ready. Go, go, go.
Insufficient rescue gas.
Oh, there's no money for it. Your mineral dump should be like extra bases. It's hard to do both. I mean, Marines are your sort of mineral dump, to be honest, but also bases. Also, Colossus do shit on them too. Like, if the Terran has Hellbats, you just take the fight at an angle, and you're pretty well just gonna kill everything.
Not enough minerals.
Oh my god. Trying to build one refinery.
Not enough minerals.
Do 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 do.
SCV ready. SCV ready. I can't build here. SCV ready. Ready to. SCV ready. Go ahead. SCV ready. You gonna go it. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Yeah. Ready to raise some hell.
Oop.
Insufficient rescue gas. Not
SCV ready.
Insufficient rescue gas.
Oh, that was finished. I didn't need to supply drop anything.
Not enough minerals. Is unacceptable landing. Research complete. Additional research complete. Insufficient rescue gas.
What? What is that? Bubba? Dropping 1,000 biddies? Thank you. I love you.
Mineral field.
How's it going? Thank you very much.
Additional supply depots required.
Must be the money. Drop all the depots.
Mineral field completed.
Ah! That's a lot of ling. Streamlabs is dumb. That might be something that I did. I always mess that stuff up. I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you. Must be the money. Ah, happened again. Why am I in 3 different locations?
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Must be the money.
Not enough minerals. Not
Ooh, good fungal.
Mineral field. Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient
Whew.
field. Insufficient insufficient Vespine mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Base is under not enough. Vespine gas not mineral field mineral field depleted.
Oops. Is wrong that I can crush you with my off race and feel helpless with my main race? That's hilariously fucking salty thing to type right before GG. Like, that is so funny.
Command center update complete.
Go fuck yourself. GG, well played. Like, it just doesn't, the logic doesn't. Like, thank you, GG. Saturday night. Antigua Shipyard. There's some legendary games on that map.
Not enough.
Is it chaos? I don't know. Did he have to switch accounts?
SCV ready. In the rear with the gear.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I think my favorite map ever was can't remember what it was called.
Additional
Oh yeah, I do. It was called Dusk Towers. I love that map. It was so easy to just go 4 base on that map.
not enough minerals.
It's like the freest forward base you've ever taken in your life. My soul, wow, wow. Yeah, I miss the really small maps too. It's a lot of strategy that came with like the really small maps that we don't quite get anymore. Agria Valley? I don't think I remember that one. Is that even how you spell it? Oops. Bro, is there the system? The BattleNet system is so buggy. Well, there's no map with the word valley in it, or it's broken. Oh, do I have it set to only legacy? Do you have to do that? Oh, this shit's just scuffed, dude. It's just so broken. And it's never getting fixed. Small indie company, what can you do, right? Part of life. Any what maps? Why do you keep typing words that blurt out like that? Should I be worried right now? Well, as long as it's G-rated. What happened to our boy? Where'd he go? He's logged off. I remember Test Bug. Test Bug was the 3-player map. I never understood why we had 3 or 4 player maps ever, but I'm so glad we fixed that. So glad that got fixed. I was part of the change on that, actually. Every time I saw a 4-player map in the TLMC, I was like, nope.
Not enough minerals.
It's true, 3 was better than 4 at least. I'll give you that. It was a little less tilting because you'd at least know where they were off the first scout. One sec. Ordering food. Food ordering. Food dot order dot. Do. How do I... Oh my god, I hate apps. This one's New Amsterdam. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna queue. Oh wait. Hold up. Okay. Oh, Hana means family. And family means everybody gets left behind. Because you're all pussy ass bitches. Great Torp. Man, we used to have so many cool tournaments. It's such a shame that the fucking company just abandoned the game. Isn't it funny how, like, do you guys remember when League of Legends was the tiny little game in the corner of the MLG tournament? Like, they had like League of Legends in the corner on like a projector with like 10 chairs in front of it. Remember that shit? And you remember how every StarCraft player was like, that shit's for fucking losers. Kid game, kid game. Look at us now. We sure ate shit on that, didn't we? Look at me now, Dad. Sad though, because StarCraft 2 is still truly like a unique game. There's no other esport that maximizes both left and right hand as much as SC2 does. Like, it's either you're spamming the click button or you're spamming the keyboard button, but it's very rare that you have a game where it's like you're spamming both and they work together so well. That's why everybody likes playing StarCraft, because you just feel so cool playing it. Hi.
Not enough minerals.
It's very similar to how you feel playing a piano, like when you learn a song. It just feels really cool. Like,
Not enough minerals.
it's the video game equivalent.
Not enough minerals.
Oh boy, it's a Protoss.
Additional supply depots required.
Philosophical.
Not enough minerals.
It's just sad. Like, I mean, it is what it is. People tried. Frost Giant tried. StarCraft took a lot of money to make. Sad, sad truth. Exactly, that's why I play, dude. It's our duty.
Our SCVs are under attack. Insufficient Vespene gas. Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Oh, streamers dancing in the moonlight. Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
I don't know though. I've been considering doing it because I said was going to go play another Age of Empire game again. I just haven't decided which one. And for some reason, Age of Mythology still doesn't have a veto button. Can't fucking veto the map still. So I might do AoE 4. I don't know. It's kind of hard to play this game, like I've said a bunch of times. Like, TVP has like become a pillar of like having zero fun. It's just not a fun time.
Add-on. Insufficient Vespene gas.
I don't know, Kev. Oh, he still does that though. Even if Kev isn't there.
Command
at some point.
Armed and ready. Something in the way.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, I mean, we all just want new shit at the end of the day. It's the common theme of every conversation about the game is that we just all want new shit to play with. Even if it's a different starting worker count or like anything, just make it different. Just keep searching. When the game is perfect, we'll know, you know, like it's clearly not perfect right now. You clearly got tons of unit compositions that are clearly favored towards one person. Like, as salty as that one Zerg player was before, they're right. Battle Mech is harder to beat than it is to play with. Same with Protoss. I mean, there's like so many different examples of that exact same thing, littered throughout the whole game. And that's why people quit. No one wants to play a game where like one person has an advantage over the other. Like, it's that simple. Nobody gives a fuck about Clem's games because Clem doesn't have anything to do with your games. And he never will, so... Unfortunately, because the ESL Balance Council has solely balanced the game off of pro player opinion, we're in a stage where it's fucked. We fucked it. We completely fucked it. Oh, you're the guy I played? I didn't even know you were here. Oh, it's fine. Like I said, you're right. You're just salty, and I laughed at it, and we moved on. Like, that's what happens, right? Like, I say the same shit when I lose to Protoss. Like, I don't care if someone comes in and says I'm being salty, because I am. Like, it's a salty thing, like losing shit for no reason. Like, it's not fair. Why are there SCVs here? No. He immediately takes his fucking fourth because he realizes how fucked I am now.
Not enough minerals.
Something in the way. In the rear. You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Too many medevacs.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Go ahead. Bad news. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Ghost reporting.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted.
What's good? Big shot. Go, go, go! Go ahead. I can't build. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted. Your forces are under attack.
What's up?
Your forces are under
SCV
attack.
ready. SCV ready. Armed and ready. SCV. Go time. Go ahead. Get heavy.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready. This better be good.
Mineral field.
Alright, sloppy ass game, but we're back in it. I feel secure now.
Bad news.
Out with it. Go. Channel secure. Out with it.
Not much of an army. Gee. Yeah, we're missing some like really important like support units like Colossuses or Disruptors or something a little bigger. I really wish we could just go back to Wings though, like but like a slightly modified version of Wings where it's like Storm, like TVP should come down to like Storm versus EMP, but it should be like a little bit nerfed compared to what it was in Wings. Because even in Wings it was annoying. Like no Terran player enjoyed losing the entire fucking army to just one Storm, and no Protoss player enjoyed losing the entire army to just a blanket EMP. So I wish there was like a toned down version of that where like the Storm and the EMP would actually just act as a support unit instead of like the only unit that does damage. Like, it's the problem with modern TVP is that the entirety of your DPS comes down to your spellcasters, like Disruptor shots, Storms, and like and I guess like Colossus stutter stepping comes in a lot too, but just all AoE shit. Like every single bit of damage is AoE, and holy shit is it annoying. Like, you know, like the Stalkers and the Zealots don't do anything. The fucking Archons don't do anything. The Archons get EMP'd and die anyways. Like, these AoE fucking things are the only thing that win the game. Because all the units suck. Triple Raven and TVZ? That's pretty hot, I'll tell you right now. Actually, I gotta get more water, chat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run some ads. 2 minutes. Be right back. I smile. It is I, Princess Jigglernut. I have returned. Ugh. Boop, 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 boop.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Bring me a higher love. Did we just get a prime 95 from Vibe? Oh my god. Read that number, chat. 95. Read it. And bow down. What the fuck?
Not enough.
That is crazy. I love you, Vibe. I think there might be one person with like a 99 in my channel or something, but I think Vipe is like top 3, which is huge. Also brings us one sub closer to the Wind Waker race. So I'm gonna plug that more because I know Smile would be happy. I would be happy too. I really want to do the Wind Waker race, and I really want you guys to like enjoy it too. That's really my only thing that I care for. I don't get to do a lot of shit where I like actually get to entertain you guys. Usually it's just me sitting here sweating my ass off, getting salty at all these losers on the ladder.
Command center upgrade complete.
It's nice to actually do fun things, you know?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Keep coming back because I feed on your tears. That's all I need to hear, man.
Not enough.
Some days I wish I got more upset, to be honest. I fucking wish. I wish I was Artosis, because Artosis can just say whatever he wants and everyone's like, ah, he's just being Artosis. You know how he is. Like if I say like fuck you to someone, then it's like national news. Like JuggernautJason's a douchebag now. Oh my god, did you guys hear?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Command. Not enough minerals.
It would hurt. I only get mad at you guys when you tell me how to play the game after I lose to carrier. Like that's literally the only time. I dare you to find another moment that I've gotten mad that didn't immediately follow me losing to carrier. Like you cannot do it.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough.
Just talking about it makes me mad. Like the talent, the amount of talent it takes to make carrier and disruptor and then A move everything is crazy amounts of talent. Should be an Olympic sport.
Command center upgrade.
Let's see who can throw the disruptor shots the hardest. Just make ghosts. Ghosts now take 3 supply. Well, now what do we build? You just build less ghosts now. But you still build them.
Not enough energy.
What's going on? I can't build here.
Not enough energy. Unacceptable landing zone. Not enough.
Everyone snapped and played Protoss. Well, yeah, he plays EU server though. Like, if you go to EU, like, this is why I'm still on NA and why I prefer to play a stream sniper every day. Is because if I go to EU, every game is now a TVP.
Additional supply depots.
And I would rather play a cheater than a fucking TVP. So
Supply depots required.
I'm not surprised if he's playing Protoss today. It's really bad how unenjoyable the game is right now. Like, you guys don't quite understand being like a high-level Terran at the moment. Like, the majority of people play Protoss, and it's the hardest matchup by far. Like, it's not an enjoyable matchup. It's not an easy matchup. It's incredibly difficult to win. It takes a lot of time, even if you do win. It's very unenjoyable to play the game as a Terran player right now. I'm not just saying that because that's what Terran players have always said. Like, this is the worst it's been. Like, it really has. Like, just go look at the race distribution. Like, don't even use my words as the, like, the gospel here. Just go look at the statistics. Like, holy shit, is it bad? Look at the actual numbers.
Not enough enemies.
Oh, that's dead. That's fucking dead.
Additional supply. Research complete. Command. Mineral field completed. Insufficient.
I don't know why we GG at that moment. All right, I'll show you guys. Take a look here. Let's take a look at the statistics of this server. Clem is like at the top with Protoss. That's so funny. Okay, Gabe. They don't have that many games played. I want somebody with like a lot of games played. But there's like no Terran player that plays the game more than 2 hours a day. Okay, I mean, let's look at Gabe's distribution here. I mean, like, come on. It's the worst it's ever been. I know he's the rank whatever too, but like, it's never been that bad. Let's see here. Protoss player. 160. No, 180 PvPs, 80 PvTs, and then 100 PvZs. Let's find a lower level player here. It's a little better here. As a Zerg player. Well, I guess it doesn't matter what race. What about this guy? I mean, we're getting really low now. This is getting more generic. Oh, wow. What the fuck is that? 246 to 144. Bro, mine's not even any better because it's all Chaos Fate games. Like, look at mine. Ready? Oh my god. Oh my. Ew. What a fucking disgusting distribution that is. Oh my god. What is a Zerg even? Do they exist? Look at my 81%. I have 81% win rate. Look at it. Let me unblock it. Fuck. Which one is it? Ah, there's too much in the way. I give up. But it's 81%. Unbelievable. Are you talking to me, J Money? We can play customs tomorrow if you want. I think I'm finishing up my stream. I'm just going to do a replay analysis and then head out today. But if you want to do some games tomorrow, I'm down. Before Friday? Yeah, come pop in anytime tomorrow. I'm live and play as much as you want. Well, until I leave. I'm playing like 3-4 hours a day at the moment because that's all I can really stomach. But however long until I get bored, I'll play with you. I don't mind. It's either you or the same Terran opponent all day. Like, it's not like it's any different. I'd rather play you, actually. So okay, replay. Before I start, is the softcore SpongeBob here, or do I need to post later in the Discord? Oh, he is here. All right. So for those who don't know, this is a replay analysis. I do replay analysis for my tier 2 subbies. If you're interested in that. That was a really short game, 5 minutes. Follow-up Reaper Scout. I saw Robo Twilight and no gas in the natural, although I didn't think about the gas at the time. Sent my Mind Drop across. Prism and Zealots in my main. Wait, what happens here? I guess a Zealot. So do we move out right when the Warp Prism comes in? We'll see. We'll have a look. What went wrong here? All right, so you're looking around. You said you saw... You said you see this. I guess you're about to go look. So you come in, you see a Zealot, you see a Robo, and a Twilight. So yeah, that's not necessarily abnormal. I mean, the Robo should be finished at 3 minutes. And no, wait. Fuck, what's the timing? It should start at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, right? So if it's not, yeah, so this is early robo. Because the robo is supposed to start right now, but it's finishing right now. So yeah, it's an early robo, which means obviously it doesn't give us that much information because the robo can be a lot of different things. It could be a disruptor drop, it could be a quick zealot drop, it could be Colossus drops, like what I could do a bunch of shit with it. So actually this scout isn't going to tell us that much. If I scout this doing your build order, I would just continue it. I would go Whittle Mine drop. I don't think this would deter me from going Whittle Mine drop. Although something you got to keep in mind against early robos, they're going to have the observer out. So if you do the Whittle Mine, like you really can only drop one Whittle Mine at a time because the observer should be there. If this guy sends his observer like right across the map, like it's kind of a mistake. Or he should at least like chrono boost out 2 observers and then send one of them here and one of them here. Oh, but he's gonna zealot on all in. I see. Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn. Yeah, this is the big one. This is one of the hardest builds to hold. Like, I'll tell you right now, I die to this like a few times. It's not easy. Obviously, the biggest thing to do is to scout the gateways coming down, and there's only so many limited options to do that. The first thing I think that I'm gonna say here is that this should already be here, which would immediately tell us what's up. Like, let me check why the medevac's late this time. Let me see here, because the medevac's late, no doubt. All right, so that's good. Factory's good. Whittle Mine's good. Starport's good. Oh right, yeah. This is why we talked about this. Fuck, maybe it's time that we just stop doing this. Maybe. I feel like this is actually a checkmate almost. It just delays it too much. Because that's how I hold this build. Like, my Whittle Mine drop shows up and I go, oh my god, that's a lot of gateway. And then I just like tighten up my defense, but this is a tricky one. So let me look at what happens. I mean, I'm pretty sure the only way we win this game is immediate SCV pull and then target on the Warp Prism and make sure the Warp Prism doesn't warp in more. But that's really fucking hard to do from this position. Ignore the dog barking. Oh, and then it happens out of vision. So a supply depot here is legitimate advice that we should be doing every game. Because you can't let them get like the full warp in and then like a second warp rim. Like, he's going to get a second one. If he gets the second one, it's over. Like, the first one's going to go down like 90% of the time, but the second one should always be blocked. Yeah, and then we had to unsiege the tank in this scenario because the tank actually doesn't help. In this case, like, you wanted if these SCVs and these Marines were right here in front of the tank, you could just clear that and then you could get him to unsiege the Warp Prism. But literally the simple fact of just getting the second warp in is enough to win. So assuming we have the depot here, you would see that, you'd get the alert right now, or you'd see it right now. And then, yeah, you would unsiege the tank, you'd pull the Marines out of the bunker, and then you just pull the entire SCV line to defend this. You're going to lose SCVs, but this guy's all in, so it's completely fine to lose like 8-9 SCVs. Completely fine to lose them. Oh, I'll make it rain on you. Thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate that, my dude. Thanks for the subs today, guys. Very much appreciated. All right, so let's go over the 3 things here. Obviously, it's a short replay, so we're not going to have a shit ton to say. It's just one of those games where like you missed a couple things and that was it. The number 1 thing is you got to have your 3rd supply depot placed right here. You should always have vision of your whole main base. Like this should be a habit for you from now on. I want to see that depot there every single game. Moving forward. Number 2, it's up to you whether you want to completely change your build order. You can continue to go Tech Lab if you want, but if you do this from now on, I'm going to tell you to get a Hellion first from now on. So go Hellion, Whittle Mine from now on if you want to do it this way. The reason is you need to get a scouting unit across the map at like earlier, and the only way to do that is with the Hellion. So if you go Hellion first, then you have a 2nd scouting unit, and you can actually use that every game to follow up scout, and then you'd catch this build order every time. That's option 1. Option 2 is just don't build the Tech Lab and then just get the medevac right away and then send the medevac in at the right time, and then you get the scout with the medevac. Hopefully that all made sense, but you have to do one of the 2 things there. Every single game, or you will die to this again. So those are 2 things. A 3rd thing, I'd like to give you one more thing, but it's kind of hard for me. I mean, really, the 3rd thing I could give you advice on here is how you took the fight. Like, never, when this build comes like this early, you always pull the SCVs to defend. Like, take everything out of the bunker, take the siege tank off siege mode, and then just move through it. The thing that should be in the back of your head the whole time is do not let him get a 2nd warp in, because if you do, you lose. And then, yeah, you'll be way more mentally equipped for this next time you play it if you do those things. So, yeah. GG. Well done. Sucks to lose games like that. Like I said, that's like one of the most common ways that I actually get shit on by like a 4.8, like by a 4.8 Protoss is like that build. Because like lower level Protosses, they love their Zealot all-ins. They fucking love them so much. So every time I play like a really low MMR toss in comparison to my MMR, it's like very frequently it's just Zealot all-in shit like that. So from my own experience, I know like the only thing you can do is just sack the SCVs and just prevent the 2nd warp in. Ideally, you would just scout it earlier. You'd get a Viking, you get a Cyclone, you just shoot the War Prison when it flies in. But if you don't scout it, obviously the game is going to be close. It's going to be a little ugly. That's just what happens, right? So the bigger piece of advice there was get a Hellion out before your 2 Widow Mines from now on. You'll see that like Hero Marine does that all the time. Like high level Terrans do that. They always build a Hellion. Especially if they lose a Reaper or something, they always build a 2nd unit to follow up scout. And that's why the game that you just played right there was the exact reason why. Because if you don't, there's a very short list of build orders where you just lose. Like if it wasn't that Zealot all in, it could have been like a Robo with Immortal all in. It could have been anything. Like there's a lot of things you would have died to if you just didn't scout it. So definitely, if you're going to do that build order, get a Hellion. That's my new piece of advice. I'm going to stand by it. I think it's legit. It's what I should be doing. It's what I do sometimes, but not every time. But kind of thought DT. Well, that's why you go Raven, right? You don't have to worry about that kind of shit. That's why I go Raven too. Like I stopped losing to DT builds the second I started making Raven my standard opener. And I think that's a really big bonus. Like if you think about all the games you automatically don't lose just by going Raven opener, it actually kind of makes sense to go Raven opener. It's just you're a little bit weaker against certain openings, but it's all about the scout. And if you get the scouting down and you get the 2nd unit down, like you'll eventually put the pieces together and you'll stop losing to that. But it's one of those things that takes a lot of attention. Like you can miss that in like a fraction of a second, the game's over. And it is what it is, but hopefully that advice is good enough. So what am I into Raven, a good default opener? Yeah. Standard opener against Protoss, absolutely. You could either go Raven or you could go right into Medevac, like fast stim. I think Widowmine is a really just standard opener in general because it's very safe. It lets you scout. It lets you harass. Like, there's nothing wrong with Widowmine drop. The only thing it sucks against is max packs, like 4-gate blink build, but is what it is. Like, unless your name's Clem, you really shouldn't care about that anyways. I've seen Gabe start Widowmine medevac. Yeah, he'll do both. It depends. A lot of the time you'll see Hero Marine build a Hellion after the Reaper dies, or if there's like a map where the main base can be walled off with Pylon Gateway, then you'll see him build a Hellion a lot more frequently. It also depends on his opponent. If he plays a Protoss that never does like a Stargate opener, then obviously he's not inclined to build a Hellion, for example. But if you pay attention to the trends like me, then you'll notice. Like the Hellion comes down specifically to scout things that he would not otherwise be able to scout without it. It's kind of like a backup scout in that regard. It doesn't get built every game, but it gets built when it needs to, so. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. I think that's it for today. Yeah. That's it for today. I'm going to go eat food. I'll be back tomorrow and we'll do play some games against J Money Magic apparently. And then we'll do some more replays and yeah. So I can get shit on by Phoenix. No. Not really. That's the correct opening. You want to go Cyclone. Against Phoenix, you want like a fast third base and you want like Cyclone Viking to defend. You could attack with the Cyclone Viking, but it's not very good anymore. Like ever since the overcharge upgrade where you can give the energy to the Phoenix or the Oracle, like basically every early game opener has become very bad for Terran. Because like Stargate is just so good now. Like either the Oracle has max energy, so it can drop like 15 stasis traps and scout you perfectly every game, or the Phoenix has max energy, and the Phoenix can lift up every early game unit without running out of energy now. So now it's better to just go like Cyclone Viking and take your third and just play defensively. Like you probably don't want to attack that much. It's a lie that people tell you Phoenix counter Cyclone. I don't know who would say that. Like in large numbers, sure. Like 15 Phoenix to like 4 Cyclone. All right. Anyways, I'm done. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.